বিসমিল্লাহির রহমানির রহিম। এই বন্দর প্রাণঘাতী নৌবহর নিকৃষ্ট বিলাসায় ভাসে সমুদ্রের নৌযান যত, নাবিকের যানজট, সৈকতে ভাঙা মদের বোতল, আজ নিঃশ্বাস নিতে সংকট। দিস হারবার deadly fleet inferior, luxury, luxury, the ocean watercrafts are in the lap of luxury, where sailors are every nook and corner. On the beach, broken wine bottles are free for all. Ah, life, now in the jaw of death befall. Welcome everyone in Octophin's family. I am MD Jahin Khondokar, founder of Octophin, a scientific community where ocean-loving students from different schools, colleges, university, and different places trying to aware people by educating them about the ocean. Hope you all are safe and sound in this current pandemic situation. We Octophins believe that one day we will overcome this situation and we will have a better place, a better planet. But we have to aware from this moment. Actually, today's social media and online platforms are strong paths to reach thousands of people, and that's why Octophins are taking initiatives to spread ocean knowledge through online. We are arranging free online courses, campaigns, ocean fair, live functions with the motto, Know the Ocean, to engage more and more people with Octophins. Actually, Octophins deeply believe that no one can change the world alone, but together we can make it a better place, a better planet. Well, today is the first day of our online live course titled Exploring Ocean, Explore the Planet Earth, is organized by Octophin Scientific Community and Blue Green Foundation, Bangladesh. So guys, what is the color of our planet? It's not red, it's not pinkish, it's not green or yellow. It's actually blue. Ocean is the defining feature of this planet blue. Today is the first class of our online course and this is about Know the Ocean. Dr. Mohammad Muslem Uddin is going to take this lecture. He is an associate and chairman of Department of Oceanography at the University of Chittagong. He is also the founder and chairman of Blue Green Foundation, Bangladesh. He is one of the initial organizer and board member of Asian Marine Educators Association. He has been leading and involved with several professionals and voluntary organizations working for our society. Well, dear candidates, if you have any questions during the lecture, feel free to ask us in the chat box. If you are seeing the recorded file, no worries, you can ask in the comment section. We will try to answer every question of you. That's me at the end of my talk. Dr. Mohammad Muslem Uddin will take it from here. Please, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jahin Khondokar. And this is the first lecture of our online free courses, Exploring Ocean, Explore the Planet Earth. Hello, everyone. International participants from home and abroad. Good morning, afternoon, evening. I don't know who is from where, from which time scale. And I would like to welcome all of you in our today's first lecture. And nice to meet you here. And I hope we'll enjoy, we'll learn, and we'll do some fun as well. So this is me, Mohammad Muslem Uddin. And the moderator has already introduced me. So I did my PhD in Earth Science from the University of Ferrara, Italy in 2015. I completed Category A certificate, postgraduate certificate from University of New Hampshire, USA in 2011, and I did my honors and masters in marine science from the Institute of Marine Sciences at the University of Chittagong in Bangladesh. I did a couple of postgraduate training courses from USA, South Korea, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, Cyprus, and Netherlands. I joined at the University of Chittagong in the Institute of Marine Science in 2005 as a lecturer, then subsequently promoted to assistant professor and associate professor in 2007 and 2016, respectively. Later on, I have joined at the newly opened Department of Oceanography in 2009, January, and then I took over the charge of chairmanship in July 2020. I am lucky to visit many countries just to learn, to see, and to have experience on the ocean, oceanography, and ocean dynamics. So I just love to have been connected with all of those work, recreation, then media, science, research, visiting places, and then of course the knowledge hub, the university. Before going to my formal lecture, I wish all of you are very well in this trying time of pandemic, and I pray for all to be safe, and we will come over after we have a active and effective vaccine discovered by shortly. So this program has been organized by two organizations, Octophin and Blue Foundation. And the person who is moderating is the executive from the Octophin, so he can explain very well about Octophin as a scientific community with the young scholars. The Blue Foundation, founded in 2015 by me after I hailing from USA. Our target is to work for a blue economy based green Bangladesh. So we are working with formal and informal education to make the people aware about the ocean. We want to make the people understand why the ocean is so important in our life, in our property, in our livelihood, and how we can influencing the ocean and how the ocean are influencing us, and how can we create a responsible caretaker of the ocean. So this is our main goal, and there are some brief pictures of our activities from home and abroad. We are connected with the international communities, the Asia Marine Educators Association, the National Marine Educators Association in USA, the WIMSA, and the European Marine Educators Association in Europe and Australia. So the course is organized with 6 topics. The first topic is Know the Ocean. The second is Marine Life and Resources. The third is Land-based Marine Pollution Control in Bangladesh, a legal analysis for implementation. And the fourth one is the good, the bad, and the ugly of the ocean. The fifth one is the ocean and climate. And the last one is the introduction to marine spatial planning and its consequences. So I would be with you for today's lecture on the Know the Ocean, and then the 5th lecture, the ocean and the climate change. So I hope you will enjoy with me learning the ocean and doing some fun. So our topic is Know the Ocean. I don't know how can I limit the scope of the learning the ocean. So this is a huge topic, can be extended as I want, but it can be shortened as well. So I would try to make it short. So imagine yourself, you are standing on a beach and looking out over the ocean and waves crashing against the shore. And all of you are thinking what's going on, how the waves are created, why it is approaching towards me or it's going back, why the ocean is always in motion, why it is dancing, how the color changes, how the bridges are sourced or walking over the ocean, how the oxygen is mixing and how the organisms are living over there, how they can get their food, their shelters, their breeding grounds. So everything you will be thinking with your mind if you really can get into the ocean with yourself. But the most of the amazing and fantastic, attractive things you will be connected with blue as far as your eyes can see. You can see the blue and the blue ocean and the blue thinking and the poem, the poetry, the singing, or you'll be refreshed with the blue eyes, with the blue environment, with the blue scenic beauty. So our today's lecture, I have organized with few questions. The first one, what do you know about the ocean? Followed by, why should you know about the ocean? And then, what should you know about the ocean? And finally, how can you know about the ocean? So I will try to answer those questions along with all of my lecture. The first one. So the people who are not from Bangladesh, I just want to give a brief idea where Bangladesh is. So you can see where Bangladesh is. It is an Asian country located in the bank of the Northern Bay of Bengal in between the Himalaya and the Northern Bay of Bengal with the lovely flag with the bloodshed and the green environment. This is my lovely country. We have plain lands, we have hills, rivers, and the oceans, and all those actually our beloved Bangladesh, the scenic beauty, the natural beauty. Bangladesh is completely a watershed. The whole watershed, the biggest delta, the GBM delta, the Ganges, the Brahmaputra, and the Meghna delta, the lower Meghna river estuary, more than 400 rivers crisscrossed, but all of the rivers somehow empty in the Bay of Bengal. So, I think all of you are seeing the picture I have shown in the shared PPT. We all should know. I don't know how many of you believe the only one planet, and it is supported by life elements because we have one ocean. And in this 21st century, the people, the smart people, the politicians, the scientists, and the businessmen, they believe that for the future we want, we have to shape the ocean we need. So the ocean only can help us to make our future. Now we'll get to know how and why. I think I should rearrange because I want to play a video. So, how appropriate if we call the planet we live Earth, while the Earth is really blue. If you can go up and up, if you go up to the space, our world look like a pale blue dot. You see the blue planet. So to me, when the earth was named as earth, then at that time the people had very less idea about the huge ocean which actually covered more than 2/3 of the world. That's why it was called earth, but really, actually, and appropriately, it should be called blue planet or water planet. So it is completely blue. And why we should call it as a blue planet? Blue planet, we can have a small video.
Water defines our world, from shaping the surface of the planet to supporting all life on Earth. Water in abundance makes Earth remarkably different from its neighbors in the solar system. Mars is a frozen desert. Venus is hot and dry. The Moon is both cold and hot, and waterless. And then there is Earth, often called the blue planet because from space we see that most of our planet's surface, nearly 71%, is covered in water. From out here, Earth's blue, watery surface appears calm and still. But Earth's water is constantly moving in a complex and unending cycle, shifting between solid, liquid, and vapor, moving between Earth's sky, its surface, and the ground beneath our feet. Water is on the move in the atmosphere. Water vapor, usually invisible but colored gray in this animation, moves heat from the equator toward the poles. Where warm, moist air rises to meet cold air, swirling white clouds form.
So as you see, the earth is not only, the water is not only in the ocean, the water is all around. The water is in the atmosphere, the water is in the river, the water is in the soil, and even the water is inside the earth. So everything is fluid and flow. So the ocean is the vast body of salt water that covers nearly 3/4 of the earth. It is one continuous expanse of water surrounding the continents. So it is a defined body of salt water covering much of the earth or large quantity of something. On earth, an ocean is one of the major conventional divisions of the world ocean. These are in descending from largest to the smallest, the Pacific, the Atlantic, the Indian, the Southern, and the Arctic Ocean. Although the ocean is one continuous body of water, geographers and scientists, politicians have given it different names according to where it is divided by the continents for their convenient of uses or demarcation. The main section of the global ocean from largest to the smallest are the Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Arctic, and Antarctic. So here is the distribution of the ocean. You see, the ocean actually connected. It is not bounded or limited. So all of the water bodies in the oceans, when we say 5 oceans, actually is a single ocean, but with different features, with some continents around or inside it. So what is oceanography? Oceanography is the study of the physical, chemical, biological features of the ocean, including the ocean's ancient history, its current conditions, and its future. So it is about the past, it is about the present, it is about the future of the ocean. It is one of the youngest science. That's why sometimes still people asking us, what are you doing with the ocean? When there are very expensive or very lubricant subject, they are computer science or electronic engineering or space sciences. Why are you studying oceanography? And this is because of our ignorance. For oceanography study, you require knowledge of all other traditional sciences. It is one of the most interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary subject. And it is important for many aspects of your life. And that's why we are here. And that's why you are here. It is actually the science of the ocean, of geology, geography, geophysics, physics, chemistry, geochemistry, mathematics, meteorology, botany, geology, and so on. So it is actually all sciences in the ocean, about the ocean, or for the ocean. But there are some major disciplines of the oceanography. There are physical oceanography, chemical oceanography, biological oceanography, geological oceanography, and other disciplines. So physical oceanography is dealing with the physics of the oceans, like tide, wave, currents. The chemical oceanography is the chemical structure of the oceans, the salts, the nutrients, the chemistry. The biological oceanography is all about the life and the life cycle. And the geological oceanography all about the sediments, the plate tectonic, and the sediment characteristics, and the geomorphological characteristics. That's not all actually. There are some hot topics that are cross-discipline, like biogeochemistry. We say marine biogeochemistry. There is a biology, there is a geology, there is a chemistry. They all are cross-disciplines. So nutrients and chemical transformations and their cycles all over the time are relevant to the biology, with the geology, with the chemistry. So those are the biogeochemistry. We have geophysics, we have biocomplexity, we have marine genomics and proteomics. And we have archaeology, law of the sea, rules of the navigation, ocean engineering, resource management. And that's not actually all. If you see, if you are studying only physical oceanography, you have to deal with the physical chemistry. You have to deal with the physical biology, the boundary layer, the estuaries, the coast, the near shore, the geology. Every sciences is relevant and is needed if you want to understand the physics of the ocean. So to understand the physical properties and characteristics of the seawater, you have to have some basics or basic knowledge of chemistry, biology, geology, or the geography, their ecosystem, their biodiversity. So everything is needed to understand the one single science of the ocean. So this is all about the oceanography. Maybe you will be puzzled with lots of sciences, but it is really true. If you want to study the ocean, you should know all about it. That means the oceanography is other world. So the suppose the medical scientist, they have to know about the ocean because most of the raw materials of the medicine is coming from the marine environment. So this is all about the oceanography. How can you think? Maybe you can answer now the question, what are you doing with the ocean or oceanography? What is the future of it? Or what is the importance or value? So with these thousands of sciences, physics, business, or the biology, now you can answer the question, why oceanography is one of the most important interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary, but future frontier of the future generations. So what do you know about the ocean? There is a very short video of the telegraph. We can enjoy it right now and then we can go forward. The ocean is, how vast the ocean is. In most of my lecture, I'm saying all of the superlative degree is appropriate for the ocean. All of the highest, lowest, longest, smallest, everything is in the ocean. So if you want to know the superlative things, you should go to the ocean. The volume of the living space in the ocean is huge compared to that on land. And you can imagine that the living space on the land is only 0.39% of that compared with the ocean. How big it is. Average depth of the ocean is 3,800 meters, where the land height is only 875 meters. And Indian Ocean is the second deepest, but third largest, where Pacific is the largest one and Atlantic is second largest ocean. If you see, the land 29% is transparent because we know everything. Every crowns we know about the land, even inside the land, even outside the land. We are traveling to the Mars, Venus, Saturns. We have very good map of the backside of the moon. But you see the water, 71% is totally dark. It's totally virgin. It's totally untouched. But it is huge resources and huge energy. If you see and compare the land with the ocean, you can see from 0 to north and south, the distribution of the ocean. In the tropic, you see the highest percentage is the water. And the northern hemisphere is mainly landlocked, whereas the southern hemisphere is oceanic, mainly. But ocean is unevenly distributed, and that's why it is contributing well with the heat distribution, with the life distribution, with the nutrients distribution. So the deepest trench in the ocean is Challenger Deep, you know, which is known as Mariana Trench, and it is 11,000 meters deep. So if you just put the highest mountain Everest in the Mariana Trench, you will see 2 to 3 kilometer water over it. The longest trench is Peru, Chile, which is 6,000 kilometers. And you see the largest sea is the South China Sea, and the Caribbean Sea is the deepest sea in the ocean. Once people believed that the ocean floor was smooth and flat, but in 1920s, when scientists began mapping using its modern of that time instrument, echo sounder, they found that it is not actually really flat. It has dramatic physical features. It has huge mountains, deep canyons, steep cliffs, and wide plains. And you can see that the highest mountain, the lowest trenches are in the ocean. If you see the geomorphology of the seafloor, you have the huge features. You have terrace, seamount, rise, fan, sea valley. You have sill, trenches, canyons, and glacial trough. You will have plateau, geode, rift valley, and spreading ridges. So everything is there, which is sometimes not available in the land, you can get in the ocean. If you go from the land to the ocean floor and descend steeply almost the bottom of the ocean, you will find the abyssal plain, you will find the deep sea floor, deep ocean floor, which is a plain basin. So all of the features only and really available in the ocean floor. The ocean currents, if you see, the huge rivers, lots of rivers are inside the ocean. Ocean currents are river-like streams of water. These currents are flowing near the surface. They are transporting the heat from the tropics to the poles. As you see, most of the ocean in the tropics, so it absorbs the heat from the sun and then distribute to the cooler area of the earth. So it actually contribute in making the balance of the heat from equator to the poles. So this keeps the ocean waters from becoming extremely hot or extremely cold, and so it is livable. So the animal can live over there and mostly in the ocean. If you see the ocean currents, you'll see that the deep cold current transport oxygen for the living ocean, while the surface current transporting heat to the deep ocean. So in this way, the nutrients come from the remains of the plankton and other living things that drift down and decay on the ocean floor. So what a mechanism, the natural mechanism are working to make the earth habitable, to make the earth livable. All of the mechanisms are working very well, like the ultra modern technology automated system is put up there, and it is working together. For thousands of years, people have depended on the ocean. Primarily, they were using the ocean only for the fishes, for the food. Then they started to use the ocean as the highway for the trade and exploration. And today, people continue to travel on the ocean and rely on the ocean resources and it contains. So you see, it is a shipping route. So through the centuries, people have sailed the ocean on long established trade routes. And today, ocean has been using as 97% of our trade are doing in the ocean, through the ocean. The fisherman catches fish. More than 90 million tons of seafood catches every year, each year, including more than 100 species of the fish and shellfishes. We are extracting minerals, including salts. We are also extracting minerals like copper, nickel, gold, and all of the valuable and heavy metals we are extracting in the ocean and are available in the ocean. But the nets dragged across the seabed and in the process of enough many small young fish. This means that there are fewer fishes left behind for the future. So nowadays, the fishermen have been using very modern technology equipment for searching the fish school. So they are getting the fish school and they started fishing. So they are getting all of the fishes, leaving nothing behind for the future generation. The pollution is another thing. We know the ocean is full of pollutants nowadays. The threat of the ocean and wildlife is for the pollutants coming from the land or in the ocean. And if you see from the satellite images, you see the ocean is fully polluted. And because the huge threat is coming from our ignorance. As I said in the first time, the first and the most important threat for the ocean is our ignorance. We are ignorant, that's why we are polluting the ocean. So that's all actually we know, everyone you know. But why should we know more? Can you imagine the origin of the life? The evidence, possibly the oldest forms of life on the earth, have been found in the hydrothermal vents of the ocean. That means the scientists believe that, and there are evidences that the first life forms actually started in the ocean. And the one of our today's trying time, everyone, the scientists working hard to invent and to formulate a vaccine. The businessmen, the general people, everyone is just waiting, the most expecting vaccine. And can you imagine, to be successful with the vaccine, we have to go through the ocean. You see the smart news, you see the front news headline, the race for a coronavirus vaccine runs on horseshoe crab blood. Horseshoe crab is an ocean animal, and the horseshoe crab uses hemosin to carry oxygen through their blood, the oxygen through their blood, like all other animals are using hemoglobin to carry their oxygen through their blood. So this hemocyanin actually made of copper, so that's why their blood is blue. And this blue blood is amazing, fantastic, and the only one chemical which can help you to test your purity of the chemical. So in this corona pandemic, we are also depending on the ocean, because the ocean, only the ocean has this chemical, the blue blood of the horseshoe crab, that can give you ultimate results of the purity of your vaccine. Additionally, the air we breathe, as you said before, more than 50% is coming from the ocean. The climate we are expecting, the climate we are worried about is regulated by the ocean. The transportation, the recreation, and all of our economy is completely or majorly dependent on the ocean. We are depending on the ocean for our food. Not only that, we are depending for our medicine also to the ocean. So 96% of the Earth's living space is in the ocean. 80% of all living organisms are available in the ocean. 99% of our biosphere is water. That means around 90% of the energy that is warming the ocean, that is warming the earth, is also stored in the ocean. So what's not in the ocean and why it is not important? So now we understand we have lots of benefits and we have lots of threats from the ocean, benefit from the ocean, so we have to study the ocean. The ocean is known as the blue heart of the planet. You know, if you have a problem, you have to check your heart. So the heart is brighter than the rest of the body to show that there is a hope for us. So if you want to see how the health of the planet is, you have to go through the ocean, because the ocean is the heart of the planet. So how about it? You see, how about it? It is full of garbages, pollutants, plastics, and all of the dumping materials are available in the ocean. That's why we have a warming. We have a warning, seriously. And this warning is the people are increasing, the pollution is increasing, demand for food, space, energy, medicine, warming and sustainability, uncertainty and risk, everything is increasing. But the land and the land-based facilities are decreasing. Just for an example, if Bangladesh is a country of the world's densest population, we are full of people. All of the land is covered with the people that demand fulfilling. There are structures, there are facilities and industries. So what's next? So the next frontier is all around of us is the water, is the ocean. Not only that, we have a lot of natural calamities. We have cyclones, we have droughts, we have sea level rises, we have inundations, flood, and we have land erosion and accretion. What's not? Everything is relevant to the ocean. Either it is born in the ocean, or it is regulated by the ocean, or it is coming from the ocean, or it can be controlled if we can manage the ocean. But our hope is the blue economy. Everyone know the word blue economy, but people generally do wrong. They just synonymously use the blue economy with the ocean economy, but it's not true. Blue economy and ocean economy is different. If we cannot manage the threats of pollution, if we cannot manage the threat of climate change, if we cannot manage the threat of overfishing, we can say it is blue economy. So what is blue economy then? We'll see later what is blue economy. So the ocean influence on weather and climate, and there are huge minerals resources, and the ocean is the historical signature. If you want to know about the first of the earth, the first climate research is totally dependent on the ocean, which is paleoclimate or paleoceanography. So history is pinned in the ocean. But we are still a lot of things to know. That's why the term ocean literacy come up. The people are now trying to make the people ocean literate. They want to make the people understand the ocean is essential for comprehending and protecting this planet where we live. So if a person can understand what is the influence of the ocean on him, and he's influencing the ocean, then he can understand the essential principles and fundamental concept about the ocean. He can communicate and make decisions, and he can contact the ocean in a meaningful way. So there is a common dialogue right now. The ocean literacy is for all ages, for all professionals. They have developed 7 principles. So these 7 things you need to know about the ocean. What are they? The first one is the earth has one big ocean with many features. Second one is the ocean and the life in the ocean is shaped by the earth, the features of all of the features of the earth. The ocean is a major influence on the weather and climate. The ocean made earth habitable. The ocean supports a great diversity of life and ecosystem. The ocean and humans are inextricably connected, and the ocean is largely unexplored. So the earth, these 7 principles has lots of 45 conceptual features. So all should know about all of those features. We cannot explain everything in our today's class. And these, all of the 45 conceptual features can be adopted with the class notes. Like from all of the principles, we can adopt different features, different lectures, different documents for the grade 9 to 12, grade 6 to 8, and kindergarten to grade 2. And this is the essential principles and fundamental concepts adopted in USA, United States. They have now community oceanography courses for the students. And this is, you see, in USA, I saw the students in their childhood, they are also actually visiting the ocean labs to know about the oceans. They know about different features. They have the facts and findings, and they have the creatures and the ecosystems learned to their children for their future generations. They have lots of organizations working for this ocean literacy campaign. They have written books for the grade, they have written books for grade 3, 5, kindergarten, grade 6 to 8, and for all of the classes. So now they are developing the smart citizen who know the oceans. So unless you have been making a superhuman effort to avoid the truth on news recently, you will know that the ocean is vital to human life. And that's why, you know, SDG 14, the Sustainable Development Goal, which was initiated for a better future, for developing no poverty, for developing healthy, for better educations. And according to the world, the blue economy is the sustainable use of the ocean resources for economic growth, improved livelihood, jobs, while preserving the health of the ocean ecosystem. And this SDG 14, life below water, is completely devoted for the ocean environment with 7 targets of the goals. So this blue economy, you know, the first one is as usual economy, where there is no hope and there is no future, there is no arrangement. But the right one is the blue economy. While arrangement, everyone has their own spaces. He can go further, and one is not disturbing the other. The same thing is for the blue economy. So the blue economy means an inclusive and improvement of life, harnessing the renewable energy, taking action against illegal fishing based on sustainable fishing, creating jobs, reduces poverty, ends hunger, but protecting the coastal communities from the impact of climate change, tackles the marine litter and the ocean pollution, conserve the marine life and the oceans, ecosystems, and biodiversity. So blue economy is including the fisheries, including the oil, gas, and mineral extractions, marine tourism, marine trade, renewable energy, human resources, but keeping that the economy, the society, and the environment, they should be aligned. So the ocean is huge. It is huge for the industry. It is huge for the emerging industry. So it is huge for the sea economy, but we should bear in mind that all should be extracted in a sustainable manner. So the sustainability, the innovation, and our ocean, that can give us a better future. So blue economic development, a pathway for sustainable growth, and this is the sustainable ocean economy. And we have another video, small video for you to understand what the blue economic perspective actually think how the ocean could be sustainable in future.
Our ocean is vital for human well-being. Covering over 2/3 of the planet, it contains rich biodiverse habitats, provides invaluable ecosystem services, is central to global food security, and absorbs significant amounts of heat and carbon dioxide. The ocean also presents opportunities for employment and development. Prior to the COVID-19 pandemic, OECD projections showed that the ocean economy could double in size by 2030, reaching $3 trillion and employing 40 million people. COVID-19 has exposed the vulnerability of our interconnected societies, economies, and Earth systems. It has demonstrated the urgent need to build resilience, including for the ocean. But our ocean is under immense pressure from a wide range of human activities. This pressure will increase unless governments take bold action. Pollution from plastics, offshore oil and gas, shipping, sewage, and agricultural runoff pose significant challenges. Rapid urbanization of coastal zones further aggravates pollution, habitat loss, and resource pressure. Ineffective fisheries management and illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing cause many fish stocks to be overfished or to collapse. Climate change, sea level rise, and ocean acidification further increase the strain on many species and habitats. Despite these challenges, there is a window of opportunity to safeguard and improve the health of our ocean. The OECD provides.
So we have a huge opportunity and potentiality, but we must take care of it. We must be ocean literate. And this is so important. You can imagine that for no other as disease, the United Nations has declared any decade. United Nations has declared the decade of the ocean science for sustainable development from 2021 to 2030. And that target is the science we need for the ocean we want. And the SDG 14 goal is the ocean we need for the future we want. So we have to shape the science for the ocean as we need to go for the future. And why UN decade of the ocean science they declared? Because they believe that, and universally it is true that, the ocean has a huge global knowledge gaps. 99% of the habitable marine areas lack basic biodiversity knowledge for their management. Only 3 people who explored the deepest known point of the ocean, whereas hundreds and hundreds of people are moving around the spaces. Only 5% of the ocean floor has been mapped at high resolution. 1 million marine species is still people don't know, and 103 million square miles of deep oceans are perpetual darkness. So they have set up 6 societal outcomes. If we want to develop the ocean in a sustainable manner, we must ensure the clean ocean. We must ensure the sustainable harvested of the ocean. We must be careful about the safety of the ocean, the health of the ocean, the prediction of the ocean, and we must be transparent about the ocean. So how can we do it? We can only do it if we can be ocean literate, if we can be developed responsible citizens who are ocean literate. So you are most welcome to Global Smart Society, and you all are thank you for patience. One ocean, one planet, and ocean literacy will change your attitudes, behavior of the society in the face of problem of the ocean. So if you have any question, you can ask me right now, or if you can put your question in the chat, we will try to answer your question later on.
Well, Ishrat Ila, we are offering you to start the question answering session.
Thank you, Haya. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the question assessment session. This is Israt Jahan Ila from Octophin Scientific Community and your today's host for this segment. Before starting, I would like to thank Professor Dr. Mohammad Muslem Uddin for this bouncy and educational session. Here I want to draw the attention of the participants. I'm certain that everyone has joined the Facebook group which is created for the purpose of this course. After the live session, if you have any further queries, feel free to ask there and let us know. Also, you can drop your questions in the recorded version of the session as well. And most importantly, there will be an announcement at the end of this session. So, stay with us till the end. Now we are going to start. The first question is from MD Rakibul Hassan. I want to know about the availability of sea cucumber in the Bay of Bengal. It was his question. Handed over to you, Professor.
Excuse me, I cannot get the question.
Sure, sir. The first question is from MD Rakibul Hassan. He wants to know, I want to know about the availability of sea cucumber in the Bay of Bengal.
Yes, sea cucumber is available in the Bay of Bengal. I don't know if there is any specific scientific research on the sea cucumbers availability, so I don't have any data right now. But when we go with our students for our discussion session, we say available sea cucumber in the St. Martin Island and in the sandy beaches of the Cox's Bazar.
Okay, proceeding to the next question. The question is from MD Ibrahim. He asked, what is our future plan to utilize our maritime area properly? Over to you, Professor.
Thank you very much. That's a very nice question, because this is the time we have to plan for our future use of the oceans and to extract the best of the benefit from the ocean without hampering the environment of the ocean. As far as I know, the government has taken a couple of initiatives to make a good use of the ocean resources. The first one the government has initiated is they have opened Oceanography department in most of the universities to make skills, to develop skilled people, to know how people for future generation. They are also opened a ocean research center in Cox's Bazar, completely devoting with the ocean research. And also there is a ships, the fisheries ministry managed, the RV Min Shondani. It is working for stock assessment of the fisheries in the Bay of Bengal. Also, the Blue Economy Cell opened in different ministries, and there is a coordinating marine affairs unit in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, led by Rear Admiral Khurshid Alam sir, and they are taking actually huge initiatives. They have developed one Blue Economy working framework for the nationwide, and also now we are working with the Indian Ocean Rim countries to develop a regional framework for the ocean resources extraction with the International Seabed Authority and with the IOCINDIO, the IOC Committee for the Indian Ocean, Asian Marine Educators Association. So Bangladesh is actually having a very good planning for going way forward. Thank you.
The following question is from Diganto Islam. Why ocean water are almost seems to be transparent, but why it looks blue or sometimes greenish?
Yeah, there are actually lots of logics on why the ocean water looks blue. Sometimes it says it is reflected by the sky, and sometimes it says it is because of the different colored phytoplankton in it. So it is sometimes grayish, it is sometimes yellowish, it's kind of blues, and when there is a huge sediment, it is then gray, you know. but the blue color is because of the light penetration. All of the light are absorbed, but the blue color can go further, so it looks blue. That is the most scientifically accepted one.
We have another question from Asjad Simon. He asked how management of ocean resources relates to SDG attainment. What do you think, Professor?
Yes, that's I said. For the SDG attainment in SDG 14 is the main focus nowadays. If you know, for the SDG 14, if you can fulfill the SDG 14 goals and target, then it is relevant with all other SDGs. Like if you can have a sustainable fish extractions that can help you in food generation, poverty alleviation, employment opportunity, sustainable development, climate change regulations. That's why SDG 14 is one of the central of the SDGs. And in Bangladesh, we did very well in MDG, you know, and now Bangladesh is working very well to achieve the SDGs goal and SDGs targets.
There's a question from Mohammad Rahat Rahman Nibir. His query is, what is horseshoe crabs?
The horseshoe crab is a marine animal. It looks like it's a crab, but it is not a crab. But the fascinating thing is that all of the animals' blood is red, but the horseshoe crab's blood is blue. And horseshoe crab blood is blue because of the sign-in I said in my presentation. And this blue blood is very helpful in purity test of the chemicals. So in the vaccine industry and in the chemical industry and in the medicine industry, horseshoe crab blood is very valuable, very important, and very expensive as well.
Okay, it was our last question. I think the questioners have got their answers. Thank you, Professor, for your informative solutions. We are almost at the end of this session. Oh yeah, I remember. There's a mandatory announcement. Due to time limitation, we can't respond all the questions right now. But you will get the rest of the answers of your questions as a post in the Facebook group. Till then, stay with Octophin. Hope everyone has enjoyed the session. When all is said and done, wishing everyone a healthy life. Thanks to all. Goodbye.
And thank you very much from me for your patience. And we will see you and we'll hear you on 24th in speaking in another lecture. Until then, I hope everyone good health and safe. Stay safe and please maintain the regulations to save from the COVID-19. Thank you very much. And again, good night, good morning, good evening, and also good afternoon. Thank you so much. Thank you, organizer, especially Octophin and Blue Origin Foundation. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.